What if you could walk into your dealership every single day and know deep down that you can win without ever compromising who you are? What if you could crush your sales goals, build a brand that people trust, and become the go-to professional in your market, all without playing games, cutting corners, and pretending to be someone you're not? You don't have to become a wolf to succeed in this business. You don't have to use pressure, manipulation, or tricks to close deals. You don't have to sacrifice your integrity, your faith, or your reputation just to hit your numbers. Today you will learn how to thrive in this industry, how to stand out, how to build trust, and how to do it all while staying true to your Christian values. You will learn how to make car buying what it should be: honest, transparent, and genuinely helpful. You will learn the mindset, the mission, and the practical steps to sell among the wolves without ever joining the pack. So let's dig in together. Let's talk about what it really takes to build a legendary career, one that lasts, one you can be proud of, and one that honors the values you live by. Let's start by getting real about what we're up against. In every dealership, every sales team, you're going to find the wolves. These are the folks who chase quick commissions. They cut corners. They treat people like transactions, not like people. Their only goal is the next deal, no matter the cost. They'll promise anything to close even if it's not true. They'll say what the customer wants to hear, then disappear when there's a problem. Let me tell you a story about a guy in my first dealership. Let's call him Mike. Mike was a classic wolf. He could talk anybody into anything. He'd promise free oil changes, extra features, even delivery dates he couldn't guarantee. For a while, it looked like he was winning. Mike was always at the top of the sales board, but then the callback started. Angry clients, broken promises, deals unwinding. Within a year, Mike was gone. His name wasn't an inspiration, it was a warning. The truth is that the cost of joining the pack is real. You might get a quick win, but you lose trust. You lose repeat business, and you lose your reputation. And in this business, your reputation is everything. Have you ever witnessed a wolf in action at your dealership or in another business? Hey guys, I know a lot of you have been wanting to get to the next level. What I want you to do right now is text me. This is my personal cell. All you have to do is text me who you are and what you need help with to get to the next level. So go ahead, text me right now, 205-952-6224, and I will help you crush it. As well, I got a bonus for you. Scan this QR code and get into our free community and unlock some courses for you as well. Let's crush it together, and let's get back to the video. Let's break down the wolf mentality for a second now. Let me tell you what the transactional mindset of a wolf looks like. Maybe you've seen it, or maybe you've even slipped into it yourself. They're focused on numbers, not people. Every interaction is just about hitting a quota, not building a relationship. They're stuck in short-term thinking. They're willing to sacrifice tomorrow's business just to close today's deal, not realizing the long-term cost. They rely on pressure tactics, creating urgency that isn't real, manipulating emotions just to get someone to sign. And when the deal is done, so is the relationship. There's no follow-up, no check-in, no care for what happens after the sale. It's thanks for your money, see you never. That's the difference between someone who's just surviving and someone who's building a legendary business. Think of wolves in the wild. They hunt, they consume, and they move on. But legends in this industry, they build relationships, nurture them, and create a legacy. Let's take a moment here and write down 3 wolf behaviors you've seen or felt pressure to adopt. And then write the opposite. What would a legendary, trusted advisor do instead? Go ahead and pause the video here and then hit play again when you're done. Now that you have that, let's look at this. So have you ever felt pressure to go along with something that didn't feel right? The bottom line is that wolves might win the sprint, but legends win the marathon. Your reputation, referrals, and repeat business are built on trust, not tricks. Let's talk about the alternative, choosing to lead with faith and integrity. For me, my Christian values are my compass. I remember praying before my first big sales event, asking for wisdom, not just to sell, but to serve. That mindset changed everything. I started asking myself, what would I want for my own family? That became my standard. I once had a young couple come in excited about a car that was honestly a stretch for their budget. I could have pushed them through, but I took a step back and said, let's look at all your options. They left that day without buying, but 3 months later, they came back, bought a car that fit, and sent me their friends and family for years. That's what a legend does. Let's talk about what it really looks like to shine above the wolves in this business. Because legendary isn't just about what you achieve, it's about how you achieve it. First off, transparency. I don't hide fees. I don't gloss over the numbers. I lay everything out on the table. I want my clients to see every detail, every cost, and know exactly what they're paying for. If there's a fee, I explain it. If they have a question, I answer it honestly, even if it's uncomfortable. Next is education. My job isn't just to sell, it's to teach. I walk my clients through every option, every feature, every benefit, even if it means they end up buying something less expensive. I want them to feel empowered, not pressured. When you educate instead of push, you earn trust for life. Then there's service. I make it a point to ask my client, how can I help you make the best decision for your family? It's not just about what I want to sell, it's about what's truly best for them. When you serve first, sales follow. And finally, accountability. If I make a mistake, I own it. I fix it fast and I never blame the client. Accountability isn't just about protecting your reputation, it's about building it. People remember the person who stands up and makes things right. So let's practice a couple of lines I use all the time. I'm not sure, but I'll find out for you. That's humility and service in action. Clients appreciate honesty far more than a quick made-up answer. Or this one. Here's what this fee covers. I want you to compare with other dealers. My job is to make you confident, not just to sell you. That's transparency. That's putting the client first, and that's how you shine above the wolves every single day. What's one way you could bring more integrity or transparency to your sales process this week? Now, integrity isn't always easy. Sometimes you'll lose a sale by being honest, but you'll gain something better. Trust, respect, and a brand that lasts. Think about a time you chose to do the right thing, even when it was hard. What was the outcome? What did you learn? Now let's get tactical about how you sell among the wolves and still win. Let me tell you how I approach every client and why it sets me apart. First, I believe in educating, not pressuring. My job is not to rush someone into a decision or push them toward the most expensive option. I walk my clients through every single choice available, even if that means they decide to buy something less expensive or even wait. I want them to feel empowered, not cornered. When a client knows I care more about their needs than my commission, that's when real trust is built. Next, I make it a priority to explain with honesty and integrity. Be truthful about every number they ask about, every warranty detail, and every trade value. I want them to understand exactly what they're getting, why it matters, and how it all adds up. No surprises, no confusion, just total clarity. I also encourage questions. I tell my clients straight up, please ask me anything. And if you want to shop around or compare with other dealers, do it. I'm not afraid of a little competition because I know my value. When clients see that I'm confident enough to invite comparison, it reassures them that I have nothing to hide. And above all, I focus on serving, not selling. I always ask, how can I help you make the best decision for your family? That's not just a line, it's my mission. I want every person I work with to walk away feeling like they were truly cared for, not just sold to. That's how you build a reputation for integrity and service. That's how you turn one-time buyers into lifelong clients. And that's how you become legendary in this business. So let's role play a scenario. Imagine a client asks, is this really the best price? And instead of dodging, say, let's look at the numbers together. I want you to feel 100% confident in your decision. Now, let me be clear. It doesn't stop after the sale or after the first meeting. That's just the beginning of the relationship. See, follow-up is huge for me. I always check in after the sale, no matter how it went. If it went great, I want to celebrate with my client and make sure they're loving their purchase. If there were any bumps along the way, I want to know about them and make it right. The point is, I want every client to feel like they matter long after the paperwork is signed. I also make it a habit to ask for honest feedback. I just don't want a pat on the back. I want to know what I can do better. I'll say, tell me what worked and tell me what didn't. That feedback is gold because it helps me grow and serve the next client even better. And I never forget to celebrate milestones. I remember birthdays, anniversaries, and those big wins in my clients' lives. Maybe it's a new job, a new baby, or the anniversary of their purchase. I make a note of it and reach out. Those little touches show I care about them as people, not just as customers. That's how you build relationships that last. That's how you turn a single sale into a lifetime of loyalty and referrals. And honestly, that's what makes this business so rewarding. What's the biggest reward you're hoping for by standing out from the pack? The more you educate and empower, the more clients will trust you, and the more they'll send their friends and family your way. So write down 3 ways you can add value to your client's experience that have nothing to do with price, and commit to doing at least one this week. Choosing integrity feels lonely. You might see others winning with shortcuts, but over time, your reputation will open doors no shortcut ever could. Let me tell you, the rewards you get for standing out and doing things the right way are bigger than any commission check. So first, you build long-term relationships. Your clients don't just stay customers, they become friends. They reach out for advice, send you referrals, and invite you into their lives. That's something money cannot buy. Then there's your reputation. Your name becomes your brand. People talk about you. Doors start to open and opportunities seem to find you. Simply because people trust and respect you. And maybe most important of all, you get peace of mind. You go home at night and sleep well, knowing you did it the right way. No regrets, no second guessing, just the satisfaction of knowing you led with integrity. So legendary salespeople aren't just remembered for what they sold, they're remembered for how they made people feel. That's the kind of reward that lasts a lifetime. What's one thing you want to be remembered for in your career? That's your legacy in the making. It's not built in one big moment, it's built every single day. With every decision you make, every time you choose to do the right thing, every time you put people first, every time you lead with faith and integrity, you're laying another brick in that legacy. It's not just about what you accomplish, it's about who you become along the way. That's how legends are made. I want you to remember that you don't have to join the pack to succeed. In fact, the only way to build a legendary career is to stand apart. Make car buying what it should be: transparent, honest, and genuinely helpful. Your reputation is your greatest asset. Keep raising your standard. Keep leading by example. Go out and be the difference, because legendary starts with you.